Hello everyone, my name is Jozai and welcome back to Call the Samurai and our Jozai campaign. So, are we going to be able to defend our capital? Well, it all depends on really how our fort looks like, and that will be interesting. Because if it is a really small one, I might be very screwed, and oh dear, I think I must be very screwed indeed. Oh, this might be very challenging to defend. Okay, so Satsuma may be able to take my capital, but thankfully I have a fleet or two, not a fleet or two, but an army or two, able to recapture it. Or they should be able to recapture it. Of course, as always, there are no guarantees for that. Anyway, spear units. Unfortunately, this situation I'm in right now makes it a bit tricky for me to defend all of these gates, just because the fact that the enemy has artillery. And what do artillery do against walls? They blow them up. And what that does is pretty much kill off half my units. Instantly. That's not fun, and I can't really deploy them like this, right out of the gates. I would have to do stuff like this, basically make them ready to defend the gates. And let's actually use one of the units, didn't I? There we go. That's in the new spawn. Also, I think I might need like another tier of defense, seeing that this fortification doesn't really provide me with any. It only has one tier, which means I kind of have to artificially make the other tiers, which means I have to do stuff like this, which isn't fun, and it's not gonna be that effective, I don't think. But it's the best we got. And I guess I can have one unit in defense, or in reserve, I guess. There we go. Congratulations, you can be used anywhere. You guys should be... well, you should be hidden from the artillery, and it really depends on where they will deploy their artillery. Yeah, I don't like this situation at all, but what can I do? I didn't upgrade my stronghold like I should have done, and I guess I'll have to pay the price for it. Anyway, the attacks are coming from here, there, and everywhere. Okay, so those guys seems to be kinda all clear. Let's see, what are you aiming at? Are you aiming at specific units? I think so. And you're also aiming at wall sections. It's actually a bit hard to tell what you're really aiming after. Seems like you're aiming after the line infantry directly. Let's do something like this then. Hopefully that'll be enough. Let's bring out the spear units, just in case. Also, it might be a good idea to do that, so we get some additional fire in. And this hierarchy is not the smartest, unfortunately for them. Oh, I see what you're going to do here. And I forgot a essential part of this battle, or pretty much any battle in Call the Samurai. Keep the units in guard mode, so they actually keep firing, hopefully. Anyway, I guess our warriors are more needed up there. Try to get that in before the enemy spear units actually get into range. Okay, they are wavering, but they're not routing yet. And now they are pretty much surrounded. Good luck with that. Yeah, I just have to do this. I can't not do this. It will probably cause a lot of casualties, but yeah, it's necessary, I think. Also, you... well, this is very ineffective. Or inefficient, I guess I could say. Okay, the R key is broken. So, you guys try to retreat while these guys hold off the enemy melee units. Hopefully. Apparently the Levy Garrison Infantry is actually doing a decent job of holding these guys off, while these guys, eventually, do their job to chase away these spear units. Not spear units, but I guess spear cavalry. Some of them at least. Are you actually firing at anything? Not yet. Well, that's too bad. So that unit will probably die. I don't have really that much hope for these guys as well, because they are Levy Garrison, even if they do have spears and are intended for melee. Okay, those Garrison Infantry are doing a very good job of doing their role, which is basically hold the enemy off until they got shot to death. Okay, I see an exploded part right there, and I see a lot of dead soldiers, so yeah. They have been thrown up in the air and brutally murdered by gravity. Ah, are we actually doing decently here? It's probably due to these guys. There had to be some good marksmen to actually make sure to hit these guys and not my own spear Levy garrison. Okay, you guys not needed here anymore, seeing that all enemies on that flank is defeated. Yeah, I can't really do much else than just place these guys here and make them ready for when these guys eventually climb up to the second tier. Okay, I think it's time to place these guys into the action. Also, the general Satabato hasn't routed. Oh well. There we go. There went the last of the garrison infantry. Oh, tasty cavalry. I say yes, please. Okay, so how's it going? Well, the Saber Cavalry are deciding that it seems like a very good idea to get onto our first tier. First and only tier, I might add. Okay, so we do have a second unit ready to deploy. That is comforting. And this unit is doing a very good job of holding these guys up. Those guys got sucked in to the fight with the Yarikachi. I actually don't have any units there that can fire emblem on guys. You can do that. Hopefully you'll get there in time before they just rout completely, like these guys are about to do. Let's see. Also enable Gambate, so they actually fire a bit faster. Yeah, these guys should be... well, they will be lasting long, but... yeah, they are not going to win that. Yeah, they are already close to routing. So these guys did get inspired. And they also did... they also got Gambate, which doesn't really matter when it comes to them. And as far as I can tell, most enemy units are actually routing, or are very close to routing. Very, very good. So yes, it seems like I did manage to hold them off. Well, the fight isn't over yet, but yeah, it does definitely look good. There we go. Those Lancer units went away. And pretty much all that remains, except for the artillery, is the remainder of one of the General Satamato units. you can stand back and just enjoy yourselves, while these guys try to take out the generals at Tomato with a lot of help from the defending musket units. So yeah, we want to take out the artillery, obviously. So let's send my own general to do so. Okay, a few returning units, yeah. Okay, General Setamato routed Matchlock militants. It did in fact shatter, very good. And I see 3 units of regular line infantry. Well, different variations of, but yeah, they are line infantry and not expected to be good in melee combat. Frontal assault against an artillery battery. Maybe not the best decision? Well, I guess we'll see if this guy right there, I think, survives or not. That'll give me the answer. Let's see. So, Gunbate. This ability greatly increases the general's area of influence, further boosting the morale of units and increasing the melee attack and rate of fire. So actually it did give that unit a bit of an advantage, because it did in fact increase the melee capabilities. I only thought it gave them a better rate of fire, actually. So yeah, I was slightly wrong there. So yeah, we brutally murdered the Paragons, and now it's time to brutally murder the 12-pounder howitzers. And hopefully we can actually capture both of them. I think we... well, we should definitely be able to capture one of them. These guys are still firing. How many kills do you have? 247. Oh dear. 135. 439. Yeah, they have been standing here all the time and just dealing out death. Oh dear. What about the other units? 201. 149. 1? 1 unit. Okay then. Yeah, it must have been one of the soldiers that actually managed to reach this tier. And finally, the spear units, you are still doing work. 343 and 380. So they have been very effective. And finally, our general that mopped up a few kills. And actually is going to mop up a few more kills before we end. And he will end up at... actually quite a lot of kills. There were quite a lot of men there, apparently. And 178. Or around there. So yeah, I think it's time to leave that battle. So, I'm presuming that some of the Satsuan, right? Satsumian? Satsuan? I don't know. Armies still remain. Okay, Levy Garrison Infantry. So the only unit we just lost outright is actually a garrison unit. So I'm sorry, but I'm not really that concerned about it, because you will be replaced automatically. Anyway, we did kill pretty much everything. They have a few troops remaining, but not that many. Very good. I think I reached my goals there. Even with the unfavorable fort we got dealt them. So that one unit actually tries to be useful. Good on you. Anyway, we failed that mission, and a few things are happening, including the rival spring. So, 1 happiness to all provinces. And if I remember correctly, and indeed I do remember correctly, we are now having all of our region pay the taxes, and okay, 4,100 koku will be received next turn. That's very, very good indeed. So, well, did we actually capture any artillery there? No, we didn't. God damn it. Oh well. At least I didn't lose my capital, so I guess I have that going for me. Which is indeed very nice. Reserve force, you can actually finish those guys off. And there we go. And let's see. Have you guys go for the capital and you can return. You can go there. Actually, one more unit there. And you can return to, well, actually one of the victory provinces. I need to win this campaign. So, how's it going up here in northern Japan? Well, you guys are not gonna enjoy this. You're in fact gonna be utterly crushed. Because you have had 27 men still remaining. I'm almost surprised that you did manage to kill one of my men. Anyway, let's repair the harbor immediately. With all of our new awesome money. I will upgrade this, but first let's upgrade this, because we are actually exporting that. Even though we might be exporting coal. I'm not 100% sure, but I think we might be exporting coal. But at least upgrade the resources we have securely gotten ourselves. But yeah, this army should move out. Unfortunately, we have two problems, one of them being this, which thankfully isn't that large, and secondly, this. Not that, but yeah, that is kind of a problem as well, but in reality, this. So we have to stay here for a while, or use loads of money on building a proper garrison. I might actually build a cadet school here, and build proper units. I think that might be a very good idea. Also, upgrade this one to a harbor, or a port, I think is the name of it, which actually has capacity for trading. Hopefully we can get the coal export going. Even though, as I said, I think it's already going. Because as you can see right here, we do in fact export things. Never mind, that are those guys. Let's see. So I'm producing that, but am I exporting that? Unfortunately, I can't see my own faction name. I don't know. Okay. If we were to judge from this, I should actually be exporting everything I produce, and that should include the coal. I'm just not 100% sure. But yeah, one more trading slot wouldn't hurt us anyway, so yeah, I think that's a fair thing to go for. Anyway, we are 2 turns away from even more happiness and joyfulness. And we are definitely getting a solid income. So yes, I think we have some spare money we could use for a well-needed cadet school. And that should be it, right? Just making sure that everything is in order. And we have repaired everything. And everything is relatively under control. Yeah, these guys are converting now. Very good. At about 5% per turn. Nice. Oh yeah, we do have a Satsuma Navy still remaining, and of course our Navy is all the way up north, so it might be a very good idea to recruit a few more naval vessels. Oh, there we go. Satisfied with our handling of anti-Western aggression, relations with foreign powers have improved, which gives me a trade boost, which gives 5% to town growth from trade ports and foreign districts across all provinces, and it gives me 25% a plus to trade income. like a raw trade income. That's very good. And yes, we are being blockaded from some of our partners. Or raided, I guess. They are definitely not outright blockading us. Oh well. Stealing our income. But I might be stealing the lives of your men very soon. So this appears to be a not that effective navy. Unfortunately, we are recruiting from a trading port, which is definitely not a military port, and is still not a trade district which can recruit ironclads. So the ships that we can recruit they're all wooden, for starters. And secondly, we can only recruit one of them at a time. Of course, one at a time at every port, but still. Okay, so we used a lot of money there. I'm almost inclined to bring the Elder Fleet back right now. Yeah, so much to do, and so little money to do it with. That's kind of the problem I have right now. Let's see, I have all my trade routes already accounted for. Okay. Yeah, I think we should just end the turn and get a bit more income, because that's what we really need right now. And of course, these two leave the area, but those two kind of go hand in hand. There we go, seclusion. And I now definitely have a lot of happiness, extra happiness. So these guys were hovering around 0 and -1 or 2 a few turns ago, and now they are at +4 with actually paying taxes. So yeah, I think we're doing very well right now, when it comes to that at least. Which means I could probably go back to focusing a bit on the military aspect of my clan, because as you can see, I've been focusing quite a lot on the civil side. So, what do we want to go for? We could go for extra defense. We could go down the naval line, so you can enable some new shells, and eventually, let's see, here we go, copper plating and iron plating, which will give me marines actually, and this will give me landing force. That sounds very good. Oh, we haven't actually, oh yeah, because this gives minus to modernization, and I definitely tried to not get modernization, well, minus to modernization at the start of this campaign. It actually went just down this path. Yeah, we need to go down this, because yeah, we definitely need some of these ships. That's definitely something we want to get ourselves. So 12 turns until I have copper plating. After that, I might go for explosive shell. I don't know, but yeah, that'll be the first thing we go for, and maybe iron plating after that. That will take 19 turns, and I'll have to take a look at that when we actually get there. So I now have a lot of money, and I am upgrading that. You are upgraded, thankfully. Actually, I can upgrade you again. Wow. Oh yeah, definitely for more exports. Just making sure that we are exporting everything. Yes, export at 100%. Also, let's do this right now, when I actually remember to do it. And let's queue up 2 ships, and that should be enough to take care of this. Even though these guys haven't hurt us, but they have the potential to hurt us, so I want them gone. So here we go, 2 turns, and that problem should be non-existent. Also, did I go for the correct ship there? Yes, I actually did. Just making sure. Can of course recruit 1 here. Well, I don't have the funds for any more ships this turn. So let's end it. And they're actually moving, and they're blockading. Okay then. So now they're actually doing real damage. And now they need to get removed, forcibly. So 2 turns from now, I will be able to move out. Once again, trade route traded. Actually a lot closer to home, so have they just moved up? I think they have. What is your target? My main port? That might be the case, actually. How much import am I getting, or value from this trade route? So 814. What does this give me? 824. Okay, so seems like it's just about the same. Yeah, but if this goes down, I lose my trade with several of my partners, seeing that this is my capital. Thankfully, I have it somewhat protected by naval artillery, so I guess there's that. And this ship, it shouldn't be strong enough to take on 2 ships and a coastal defense. They'll probably try to bombard it, but these 2 ships should be able to easily chase them away. Anyway, let's see, how many turns will it take to get this up and running? 3 turns. 3 more turns, I should say. And we do have quite a lot of money still available. I want to upgrade the coal facility. Maybe. It's a very sought after commodity here, and resource. Or do I want to finally invest in a few railway stations? I think the coal will give me outright more income right away, and pretty much guaranteed income. Of course, for as long as I hold it, and it's not guaranteed that I will keep hold of this. But yeah, I think it's a better investment, because I do believe I am able to hold it. So yes, a bit of money there, and what do you know, we are now low on money again. Well, not really low, but if we want to build anything, then we are low. So yes, once again, I think I'll end the turn. And what are you doing? You are, oh my, bombarding. I told you, didn't I? But looking at my trade income right now, it seems like they horribly missed, or they didn't damage my port strongly enough to actually do real damage. So yeah, it looks like they actually missed. Which means that I can try to chase you down. You're actually going quite a long way. There we go. Can I reach you? Yes, I can, which means I can take you down. And there we go. Actually, I think I will end this part here. And the reason for that is because that this part and the next part will be pre-recorded, because I'm going away this weekend. So these 2 are videos that I basically record in advance with the time I have to my disposal, to basically make sure that there aren't any gaps in my content uploads. So yeah, I'm sorry for this being, well, I guess it isn't that much shorter, but it's slightly shorter than usual. And it will get back to the standard length when I do return. Anyway, I'll end it here, and I will see you in the next part, which, as I said, will be tomorrow. Hopefully you like this, rate, comment, and subscribe if you did, and, as always, I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.